Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is our second VASTU live. Today we will discuss about the basic rules of Vastu Shastra and all Vastu basic rules, 6 rules. The first half of the session will be, it's a common session where I will talk to you about 2 things. One will be a general topic, how to attract whatever you want to achieve in life. The topic would be, don't chase butterflies, develop a garden, grow a garden. See, on this topic, basically what I would like to talk to you all about is, this topic fits to your life completely, be it with regard to your education, with regard to your good professional work, a good job, be it your business, be it your clients, be it your loved ones, or be it your business partners. Whatever you want to attain in your life, don't chase it. I hope you all understand what I am trying to say. Should you have any questions or any doubts, please comment on the YouTube comment section so that I can clarify it better. Definitely I will do it. Should you have any questions, please do not hesitate to comment. Type out with regard to this. Firstly, how it all relates to Vastu Shastra, one. And secondly, how we need to really attract things in your life rather than chasing it. The title by itself reveals, do not chase butterflies but develop a garden. Whatever your life attainment is, whatever your goal is, whatsoever your plan is, do not chase it. Let it free and work towards it. What this phrase, like don't chase butterflies, attract or develop or grow garden, what it means here is to bring the butterfly closer to you, you need to develop a good garden where the plants should be flower bearing plants. Automatically these flower bearing plants will automatically bring in the butterflies that you require, which you love so much. This holds true for everything in your life. For example, if you like a person whom you love so much, whom you like so much, whom you want to attain, have to an entire part of your life, but who is away from you, you make sure that you get the qualities that the loved ones like so much. What are the qualities he or she would love to see within you? Make sure all these qualities are within you. You develop those qualities. Hence, the person whom you love so much would automatically come into your life. The same holds true for even the money. I want to actually say to you all about the money attraction, the concept of how to attract money, basically. That's the reason that I have put this topic to you all. These things, this actual topic correlates to every part of life, to everyone's life. It is absolutely true to that. Everyone actually, at some point of life, would be put into a hardship where the legs will be dragged in the life in a very tough manner, where they wouldn't be able to climb up or even stand. They couldn't stand erect. In such a circumstances, definitely everything will be going wrong in the life. In that situation, never lose your heart, stand straight, Try to stand straight, erect, be confident, and you will definitely win the race. This is for sure. See, at the age of around 35 to 40 or 45, post marriage, giving birth to children or a child, everyone in the life would definitely have these sort of things. They would have lost their job, they would have had tough situations with their partners, they would have had very difficult circumstances where they wouldn't be able to move forward towards their goal. Any kind of health issues, financial issues, mental issues, all these tough tasks would definitely put the person in a very tough situation where he or she wouldn't be able to concentrate and move forward in their life. They would have lost their jobs, they would have lost their loved ones. All these situations everyone would come across in their life. Whatsoever the situation be, but the life has to move forward. Make sure that life goes, because the time and tide never waits for anybody. It's what it keeps on going forever and ever. So we need to have the mentality, or we need to be prepared in such a way that we need to move forward in our life, whatever the situation, whatever the circumstances that we come across, whatsoever the life really teaches. You need to stand straight and move forward with great courage. Right? Okay. Let me move on this topic in a very precise manner, where I would definitely say about how to attract money. Especially that's what the topic is really all about. Do not chase butterflies. Do not chase money. Don't go in search of money. You sit in your place, attract money, attract wealth. In whatsoever manner, gentlemen, how much ever the capital that you need, how much ever the money you need, always think of it, plan for it, and you would definitely attain it. This is what all the persons who have attracted money in their life and they have grown significantly, attained substantial wealth in their life, have said about. I've read and I've watched lots of videos with regards to money attraction, but all what they have said is attract money and never go in chase of money. Never even think of crying for money. Always try to attract, sitting in your place, and definitely money will come to you in a huge scale, in a huge manner. Make sure there are lots of ways of attracting money. See, whenever I say to you, even I practice a few methods of attracting money. The most commonest way of attracting money is all what we pray. The person who pray in the early hours, like they say it is Brahma Muhurta, during the hours of 4:30 to 5:30 or 6, that time period will definitely be the best period to everybody to attract the wealth, to attract the health, whatever you ask for in nature, the universe will definitely give to you in a great manner. Yeah, I had a small break in my internet, so I had a disconnect, so I have to retry. Anyhow, the thing that I would like to reiterate here is attraction of wealth. See, many people would say the best wealth is the health. I do certainly agree to it. There is no doubt in it. But in today's day and life, in today's walk of life, without richness, without money, one would not be able to attain things whatever he want to do for his family, especially for himself. Despite if he's not even interested to do for himself, but he would have had the thought, or he would be having the thought in his back of his mind to do for his family. Because every human being, be it a male or female, they are concerned about the family and they work hard for the family. As far as I'm concerned, I'm ready to work any extra hours, be it extra 10 hours or 12 hours or 14 hours a day even. And I've worked in such a manner, even 18 hours a day consecutively. For that extra hour would definitely make, it'll earn us extra penny. What it means is my family, my surrounding, my children, my husband, my wife, and my father and my mother would definitely be happy with that extra money. Should that be the case, I am ready to work. And that was the case during my early 30s and my late 30s even. But since then, the days have changed, the mentality have changed. Each and every one have definitely understood how to lead a life and how to attract money. The way of attracting money is absolutely different than what we all work hard. Should that be the case, a person who is lifting lots of weight in being a coolie in the railway station and in bus depots should be the richest person in the world, who has been working hard. But that's not the case. Being a smart worker is what this day and age is absolutely looking forward for. Being a smart worker will definitely take you to a great height. It will be the best way for you to attract the best money. So always think about it. Never think of chasing money. Always plan for creating a garden. Henceforth, the butterflies comes to your garden where you are, and it will come and search for the flower-bearing plants where the honey is present. The sweet honey, the butterflies do always travel for the honey, lots of miles and miles to take the money, to take the honey from the flowers, and henceforth they develop the sweetest honey, and that is the show. So to earn more money, think twice, attract it the best way, plan for it, and never go behind it. And that not only for money, gentlemen, my viewers and my followers, it's for everything, for building a house, for planning a wonderful life, planning for a great vacation, whatsoever your plan, be it a short-term plan or a long-term plan. Sit and plan for it, but don't chase it. Even for your beloved ones, for a person who are in their 20s and early 20s and in the teenage, people who are fall in love with, what I would like to suggest is don't chase a girl, or don't behind a girl, or don't be behind a male for a female. You make yourself attractive, not only in external appearance but in physical, in your mental appearance, your knowledge, gain your knowledge, the best knowledge. As much as you gain, the person whom you are looking forward for would definitely be attracted by your knowledge, not only by your knowledge, not only by your attraction of the external appearance, but your wealth also here plays a major role. With the help of your knowledge, you can definitely gain a great wealth. Henceforth, your beloved will be behind you. That's this short story that I would like to say to you, my viewers, today. But moving on to the questions with regard to Vastu Shastra and the basic rules. The question that people asked, I had a couple of questions with regard to my English live, today for Vastu Shastra. The question was that said, I want to know the basic rules of Vastu Shastra. Anyhow, I'm going to say about the basic rules of Vastu Shastra today, and the 6 rules, and also a few questions that I would like to discuss, which are the most common questions, but I'm not going to go into any personal questions today. The common questions we will discuss firstly. Then secondly, we'll go on to the basic rules. Okay. A gentleman from Tambaram today asked me a question stating, "Sir, why is that we need to build a house which should be a square or rectangle? Either it should be square or rectangle." See, the basic rule with regard to VASTU's basic rule, first rule stands by itself is the plot as well the building has to be either square or rectangle. This is the first rule. Okay. Why it should be? This is the question that even the person asked me from Tambaram. See, in astrology, astrology and VASTUShastram, they go hand in hand. They travel very parallelly and they connect to us. Without astrology or without, let me say like this, without VASTUShastram, no astrological rule work. Only with the help of VASTUShastram, these 5 elements, the balance of these 5 elements, the 7 planets accordingly work. This is what the basic rule is. This is what our research finding have revealed. Okay, what are the ways that you need to have? What is the rule behind having a house, building a house, either being it square or rectangle, which holds true for also the plot. When a particular corner is extended, either in the plot or in the building, the opposite direction or the opposite corner of the house is the angle is decreased. For example, when you find a house, when you build a house, or the northeast junction, the northeast corner of the house, be it a plot or be it a building, when it is extended, the northwest part of the house or the plot or the building, it's cut. Okay, when one direction of one corner of the building or the plot is extended, the opposite end is either cut or it's not in a 90-degree angle. See, the most important rule is the land or the plot and the building of the building in which the house is built has to be exactly 90 degrees acute angle. The 90-degree angle is what they call this 90 acute angle, where even a slight decrease in it, be it a 2 degree, a 3 degree, a 5 degree, which brings it to 85 degrees, is also not fair enough to have a VASTUically compliant house. Why I say this is because when the northeast is extended, be it 100 degrees, the northwest part of the house would be decreased or brought into 70 degrees or less than that, right? When one part of one side or one direction or one corner of the house is extended, not only the northwest, for example, we've been speaking about the northeast is getting extended in a plot, the northwest is cut or it is decreased in its acute angle, from its acute angle. Same holds true for the southwest and southeast. The southeast direction angle would also be not perpendicular, it will not be 90 degree in acute angle. Same for the southeast and for the southwest, the angle would be either decreased or it would be extended. When one corner is extended, be it you do it wantedly or unwantedly, in either case, all the three corners 90-degree angle is being cut. If you have any doubts on this, please comment. Give your comments on the comment section, so that I can answer all your questions. Answer with regard to these square and rectangle rule. I could answer right away. Okay. In some cases, in today's day and age, what the builders do or the planners do is, for wantedly parking the car inside their house, what they do is they cut the carpet area either in the northeast portion of the house or in the northwest portion of the house. They cut it and allow an entrance over there and make a car to be parked inside that place. Lately, I have done a video for one of our television web series, where I spoke very elaborately on that with regard to car parking. This car parking is playing a very, very major role in everybody's life in today's era. Why I say this most stressfully is that you go to any temple, be it a Vaishnava temple or Saiva temple, that is people who are following Shiva or Perumal, no cart, that is no car, they call it as Ther. The Ther which is used for the travel of Perumal and Tayar for Purapada, and same for Ishwaran temple, deities, Lord Shiva or Ambal. No temple has would make the chariot, or what you call the Ther, to stand within the compound of the temple. To be frankly, only the two temples in the whole world. One temple is Komalavalli Tayar at Kumbakonam, and Sengamala Tayar at Sengamala Tayar temple, which is at Mannargudi. Mannargudi Sengamala Tayar temple and Komalavalli Tayar at Kumbakonam. These two temples are the only temples in this whole planet where these cart, the so-called Ther of the temple, is built. They will have this Ther within the Ulpraharam. Ulpraharam, it will be within the temple's compound, within itself. Why? Because they say it as Paridanda Patini. These two Ambals will go within. The Purapada by itself will be within the Praharam itself. Ulpraharam, they call it as within inside the temple. They go the chariot, the cart. The cart will be taking the deities, the Ambal, the Tayar. The Tayar and the Perumal within the temple. Okay, sir, what is the relation between this and our car? You can ask. See, I very quite often reiterate in my video channels, in my videos, that our body is governed by the 5 elements. Not only our body, everybody, every living being is ruled by these 5 elements. These 5 elements are omnipresent. It is present in America, Australia, go anywhere. If you want to quench your thirst, you need to drink water. Without sunlight, you cannot have a day's work. you cannot have a healthy life. The latest research have said that research have said that when you get exposed to sunlight, the vitamin D will automatically secrete from your body. You don't need to have the vitamin D tablets. So sunlight is so essential. So not only sunlight, not only light, the water, the air, the land, all these five elements govern us. They direct us how to lead our life. So what I would like to say here is, even in temple, the most of the temple, 99% of the temple in India, all the chariots there is always placed outside the temple. Don't ever even plan or think of having a chariot or there within your car, within your house. And especially, do not cut any corner of your house. Do not cut any corner of your house a portico and make the car to be parked within your house. This is absolutely wrong. The consequences should be suffered by the person who are residing in the house, be it a individual house or a flat system, an apartment system, whatsoever it is. Please do not park car within the house. You may ask me, it's a closed park. It's a closed car parking. Make sure no portion of the house, any corner, whatsoever the corner be it southeast, southwest, northeast, northwest, whatsoever the corner be, please do not park the car in these porticos. Make a separate place and do it. Don't park it over there. Why I say the example of these two temples is Sunil Arvind. Yes, sir. I have noticed your question. I'll answer your question. Just I'll complete these two things and I'll talk about the common factors, the common rules of the VASTU. Then we'll move on to this, sir. Just give me some time. I'll definitely answer your question. Coming back to the car parking. The car parking is, it's an artificial thing. Don't give much importance to artificial things in your life. Many people, when I go to consultations, hospital consultations to their home, I would very immediately, as soon as I see a car being parked within the house, in the carpet area, like the gut area, I would say, please do not do this mistake again. Make sure you park it outside. Be it a two-wheeler, be it a four-wheeler, be it an SUV. These are all weight-bearing things. These things shouldn't be parked, especially in the northeast. When you make a cut, when you create a portico in your northeast part of your house and park a car over there, the consequences will be very, very drastic. It will be, I don't want to say any negative things over here. We are here to guide you. We are here to say the goodness and the wellness. These are the mistakes that our people do, which is very bothersome, which is not good for the younger generation. The first child, the male child, would be definitely affected. If physically or mentally or whatsoever it is, the disturbance would be definitely there, and it will be quite significant. You cannot match. You cannot bring it. You cannot correct it. So what I would like to say is, do not park a car inside your carpet area. And next question they would definitely ask is, sir, when we are building an apartment, when you're building an apartment, can I have a underground parking? Can I have the ground floor parking? Let me be in the third floor, I mean the first floor and the second floor. These questions are very like disturbing questions. When you start believing Vastu Shastra, or when you want to learn about Vastu Shastra, when you are a person who need to go abide by the nature's rule or rule of the nature, please understand what under Vastu consultants are revealing. We say the basic rules, and not only the basic rules, lots of permutation and combinations. What we say are after a prolonged research finding that we would say. Just like that we do never say to anybody without any research behind it. Definitely our Acharyan have had a long prolonged research in this, like 30 years of almost 30 years of findings, a great hard work behind this. So I very sincerely say to you all, do not cut any corner of the house for car parking to allow your artificial car. Be it, some would say, sir, I cannot park my car outside the house when it's raining. No, see, when you're traveling, if it is raining, the car would really be in rain, no doubt, but no question about it. When it is the sun is shining so hardly, like when it is 45 degrees during the summer. When you're traveling, you put the AC and travel. So why not it stand in the summer days outside your house, rather than creating a shelter within the house. So don't do it, gentlemen. What I would like to do or tell to you all instead, having where to have a car parking, is that see, build a house which is square or rectangular. I know this is the first rule. Never cut for any cut. Never cut any corner of the house. Should you have a place in your house, if it's a farmhouse or a farmland, or it is nearly 2 acres or 3 acres of land, then you can have a shelter for the car to be parked within the gated area, be it 2 acres or 3 acres. Where you can place it? You can place it either in the south or in the west. When you create a shelter, you make sure that your mother wall or your father wall. What I say, the mother wall is your building part. When a house has a mother wall, it should always have a father wall. That's the compound wall. The mother wall is the building. The carpet area wall, that's the mother wall, and the compound is what the father wall is all. Okay. Okay. And how to create a shelter? It should neither touch the compound wall or the mother wall. It should be completely separate from the father wall and mother wall. It shouldn't touch, and there should be sufficient gap for the circulation of the air in between this shelter, the house, and the compound wall. Okay, I hope you understand all this. Further, should anybody have doubts, please raise your questions. Okay, and before going into the basic rules, I will read what Sunil Arvind have said. Sir, all your information is very good. I got one doubt. Sir, shall we give alms after our prayer is finished, coming outside from the temple? It's correct or not? Give. I got one doubt, sir. Shall we give aims from our prayers finished coming outside of the house. Okay, sir. Whenever you visit a temple, please do not feed anybody or pay anybody after coming back from the temple. Before going to the temple, you are always welcome to give. You can feed them, you can donate them money or whatsoever. Before going to before entering to the temple, you can do it, but do not do after coming out of the temple. Okay, this is your question. I hope you understand what I said. Should you have any further doubts, please come back to me. This is the thing. Okay, Arvind. You donate, do well only after, only before going to temple, getting inside to the temple. Okay, that's the thing. Excuse me, sir. Sorry. Okay. I had a very tough time now because I've been out and about right from morning. Lots of pollution, so I need to sneeze. Sorry for that. But anyhow, let me move on to the Sunil. I hope I answered your question. Okay, it's always good to donate to any beggars or anybody before entering into the temple, but not coming out of the temple. Okay, once you are coming out from the temple, after your prayers, please do not do this for maybe an hour or two. After coming back to your house, especially after 6 o'clock in the evening, please don't do this. Okay. If it is a daytime, come back to your house, relax, have your food, and then you can, if somebody asks, you can help them. Okay, sir. What are the basic rules of VASTU Basic rules of Andal VASTU with regard to the first question, I have said the first rule. The first rule here stands as the plot of the house, the plot where the house is located, and the building by itself has to be either square or rectangle. This is most important. This is very, very important. No corner, that is any corner. Your northeast, southeast, northwest, southwest. No corner should be extended. If one corner is extended, all the other 3 corners will be cut. Okay? Yes, thank you, sir. Thank you. I got the answer. Thank you. And what is the second rule? Second rule here is the southwest part of the house has to be taller, heavier, and the northeast part has to be shorter and lighter. It shouldn't be heavy. The northeast should be lighter. The weight should be absolutely less and relative to the southwest, and it should be not taller. That is, it should be shorter or dwarf, or however you make it. Okay, what is that? How to make the southwest part of the house taller? The southwest has to be taller. For that rule only, every house lately. Now, this rule is very strictly followed. Southwest portion of the house has to be having the overhead tank. When you build a overhead tank, I just give you extra mileage of knowledge with Vastu. When you build a overhead tank, make sure the exact southwest part of the house is having the overhead tank. Don't make any designs in it. Especially with regard to design, I say don't make it as I have visited lately where I found a southwest portion. They have the overhead tank built, but they made as a tabla. The ornament, the instrument. The musical instrument, they are made in such a way, having two peacocks being designed above that. All these things, please don't try to do outside your house. When you want to please somebody with your decorations, all those things, build always within your house. When somebody known to you gets into your house, inside your house, let them come inside and have all your decorations, see all your decorations, your beautifications, your great knowledge on stylishness, everything do within your house. Avoid maximum decorations, monuments, beautifications, external, outside of the house. All these things would definitely bring in evil eyes. Okay, and they call it as drishti, kandrishti, which is more dangerous than anything else. Okay, gentlemen. Okay, please make sure this is just an added point with regards to Vastu, where I start with one thing and I go back to because when you can't talk one specific thing alone, people would understand. But by the way, we need to say all those side additional points. Only by saying that additional points, by covering those additional points, a clear picture would be arrived. So don't decorate or don't make any extra monuments or any extra things on the overhead tank. Just build it square or rectangle. How much ever letters you want, just build it alone. And don't make any peacocks or lion or elephant and don't create all those things. Be it, let it alone, be either square or rectangle. That's more than enough for the southwest portion of the building to be heavier and taller. Okay, it has to be heavier and it has to be taller. Make sure with your overhead tank it's taller, and by filling the water inside the overhead tank it's getting heavy. Okay, this rule gets fixed by this. And what to make this northeast lighter and shorter. The well, the bore, or the good where the source of the good water is being pumped in or brought in should be in the northeast portion of the house. As far as my knowledge and my experience is concerned, I would say northeast is the powerhouse of the house and also the Brahmasthana. Here we talk about the northeast portion of the house, which has to be lighter, not much heavy in weight, and it should be shorter. If it is not shorter, the rule stands here is it should be square or rectangle. But one thing, we should make sure that the bore well or by itself the well you can dig, or even the sump. In today's day and age, we get water from the town panchayat, the corporation. We need to fill it. We need to have it. In a place where we build it we call it as a sump. Underground sump. That sump has to be in the northeast portion of the house, either in the east direction or in the west or in the north direction. But the total area should be in the northeast part of the complete plot or the building. Okay. See, another thing I want to say here is, do not build a sump within your carpet area, within your mother wall. Never do this mistake, dear followers, and never put a bore within your carpet area or within your mother wall. The well, bore, the sump should definitely be outside the carpet area or outside the mother wall. It should be in the vacant space of the northeast portion of the house. Got it? This is my second. Additional point that I have added over here. The northeast portion of the house should always have the sump, the bore, the well. It should always be away from the carpet area. It should not be within the carpet area or your living space. Some people, knowingly or unknowingly, wantedly or unwantedly, they put it. They sir, I don't have space. They say, I don't have space in my home, sir. Unfortunately, my area is 600 square feet. I need to build a house within this. I'm financially being crunched, so I don't have any space for me to buy more than 600 square feet. What should I do? I should either put, see, if your land space is 600 square feet, I request you plan for 500 square feet or 400 square feet. 400 is much more enough for you to have a living space. In that you can have a good Vastu compliant living space. But do not do this mistake, gentlemen. Don't bring your sump, your bore well within your house, your carpet area, your living space. The builder would say, the mason would say, you can go ahead and do it, but please don't do it. We are the sufferers. The person who would have all these things within the house, they would have the sufferings. They would undergo all sorts of hardships in their life. Please don't do it. Always try to have it outside your carpet area, outside your living space, in your open space. Okay, this is the thing that I have to add. So the second rule is the southwest has to be taller and higher, the northeast has to be short and lighter. And the third rule is the south and the west portion of the house should have less empty space relatively to the north and east portion of the house. This portion is, I talk about the empty space, the area, the space between the mother wall and the compound wall. Okay, the mother wall, the space between the circulation for the air, which we allow for our gardening, for our bore purpose, for some purpose, and for our walking, for some recreational things. What we may have. We may have an area of 200 square feet, or depending on the complete size of the house, the complete size of your the complete size of your whole building or the plot. It varies from person to person. So the third rule, which is more essentially, it's more important. The space between the compound wall and the mother wall has to have less space in the south and the west direction compared to the east and north direction. Right? Make sure this is brought into consideration and it's being practically implemented. This is more important, viewers. This is more important, gentlemen. Please make sure this is being carefully addressed. Okay. And the fourth rule is what is the staircase. Let me talk about staircase. See, staircase should be built either outside the house or within the house. I basically recommend building a house within the house. Building the staircase within the house. I recommend. Even to whomsoever I plan it. Should they have sufficient space? Should they have more than a one ground, 220 or 2200 area of square feet they have. I request them or give them plan to build their house within the mother wall. Inside the house. Where to build staircase? Should the staircase be inside the house? It should be either in the north center. Extremely sorry. It should be either in the west center or in the south center. Okay. Make sure, gentlemen, the staircase which is built within the house, that is inside the house, should definitely be the center of the south or the center of the west direction. It shouldn't be in any corners within the house. Make sure this. It should be not built in the northeast corner inside the house, southeast corner inside the house, southwest corner inside the house, or the northwest corner inside the house. The northwest corner and the southeast corner staircase being built inside the house are definitely disastrous. I just don't want to use this word, but I don't have any word in my mind to strike to say immediately. The consequences would be really tough. Even the southeast and the southwest corner staircase within the house, the corner inside the building, would also create a tough situations. But these two, the northwest and the southeast, the northwest and the northeast staircase being built inside the house are highly dangerous. Please don't do this mistake. With regard to building staircase, the Brahmasthana has to be taken into account. So please, prior to building a house, go for a consultation with under Vastu consultant. Fix an appointment. It's not for my business that I'm speaking, or for any of my fellow consultants that I'm speaking. I very clearly say it's very important that you have a consultant before building a house. Get a plan fixed. Don't get confused, and make sure. Speak to your consultant. Our consultant, our Honorable Vastu consultants will definitely be till the end of Graha Pravesh, and should any questions arise post you getting into the house, also we would definitely engage and fix it. So make sure the consultant is present with you before starting the house. Prior to planning the complete plan. And whenever his visit or his presence is important, please make sure that you call and have his consultation, his advice, and according to his advice you do it. With regard to staircases being built outside the house, it shouldn't have any pillars to it. It should always be built with cantilevers. See, cantilever, I cannot explain to you in a single video. It's a long thing. Should we have time or any questions arise, we would definitely talk about this in the future, in the coming time, in the coming sessions. Make sure cantilever staircases are built in the southeast or the northwest. Okay. Even cantilever staircases should not be built in the northeast portion of the house. Make sure, definitely be double careful with regard to building a staircase in the northeast portion of the house, either inside or outside the house. It should be avoided. It should definitely be not built. Okay. I'm just reiterating once again. Cantilever staircases can be built either in the south, east or the northwest. Okay. Make sure that and these should be open. The cantilever staircases should be open in the sense when rain is raining, the water should be fall. It should be falling on the staircases and get drained outside of it. It should also be exposed to the air. The ventilation should be there. That's what we call as a open cantilever staircase. Okay. This is what is all about staircases. And the fourth rule, the sixth rule is, I've said about 4 rules, 5 rules. The sixth rule is they call the Uchavasa. What is all about this? The best entrance, the positive entrance. When you are having an entrance, the main door facing the east direction, it should be closer to the north direction. When you are having a main door, planning for it in the north direction, it should be closer to the east direction. When you are having the main entrance in your facing west direction, it should be closer to the north direction. When you are having it in the south direction, it should be definitely closer to the east direction. All these 4 positive entrances are where the positive energies are being brought into, and they travel to the Brahmastan and they get into the southwest portion of the house, and where they get multiplied. Okay. In all these directions, when there is a road hit or a road focus, Those are called as positive road hits, good road hits and good street hits and good street focus. Apart from all these four, when you have a main door entrance in the east direction closest to the south, that is, they call it as east, southeast of the house, is a negative entrance, which should be definitely avoided. When there is a road hit closer to this, straight to this, it's a negative road hit or a negative road focus. Same holds true for the southwest, south and the southwest west, which are both considered to be as a wrong street hit or a road focus or a road hit, which is definitely should be avoided. Unfortunately, you get into the house. What can we do? What is the parihar that we can have? There's no parihar at all. The only parihar is going to temple, visiting temples, and with our VEDAVastu's rule, we say with loss, being successful with loss and being unsuccessful without loss is more important. A person who have lost is elderly people, his father, either or his mother. When a mother is lost, his father would be there. If his father is lost, his mother would be there. She loses her couple, her husband. She sacrifices her whole life. In that case, a person can be successful with the loss of her husband. The whole family can taste the sweetness, the success in her loss. This is the finding that we have found. And when there is loss in the family, and especially when female loses her husband and she is being a widower, she supports in a great manner vastutically and brings the family to a better success, to a better tastefulness of the success. So don't get confused when the house is not, when you're in a bad street hit or a bad street focus, don't get disappointed. God is there. Definitely God will help you by some means. In somebody's loss, be it your father or your mother, you can run your show. This is what we would say. So, gentlemen, in our today's session, we have spoke about the 6 basic rules of VEDAVastu, and also discussed about a couple of questions with regard to car parking, and also we have earlier we have spoken about the goodness of creating wealth. Do not chase butterfly, but instead create a garden where you will definitely attract butterfly in search of the honey in the garden from the honey bearing flowers in the plants. I hope this session was so useful to all our Vastu viewers and all our followers. We will definitely do lots of discussion on your questions. Please type out your questions in my VEDAVastuShastram YouTube channel, so where I can discuss about all these things, and also you can WhatsApp your questions to my number. I would like to share my number to you all. It is 9962918177. So you can just WhatsApp your questions to me. Should the question be so common, it will be more interesting, it will be more useful for everybody. So make sure you answer your common questions. Should you have any personal questions, you can also privately answer to my, you can also privately send your questions to my WhatsApp or to my email, where I will definitely be answering, and I'll be discussing about interesting common questions in the live sessions. I hope it was useful. Should you have any suggestions, should you have any suggestions to make this session more interesting, you are more welcome. Don't hesitate. You share your thoughts. I'd be here to definitely discuss on those things and make it more interesting to everybody. Thank you so much. Alvar Acharyan Embermanar Jiyat Tiruvallur Sanam Andal Pichakalingam Tiruvallur Sanam Sanam Sanam.